What's going on, guys? This is Getting Up the Jedi, also known as Devious Gandalf for those who know me on my Xbox. Welcome to an interesting deck profile that I have. This is a list that I've been working on. I just got the idea for, so I guess we can get into it. This is Orcus. Not Orcus. This is Eldlich with dolls, invoke, and synchros. So for the synchrons, for the one-ups, Despot, just synchron and quick draw synchron. You don't need two just synchron anymore. Quick draw is kind of like your main card to start out with now, and the fact that he's searchable with tuning. He's pretty much after you do everything else in your deck, you can end on the synchro combo, which is obviously just one card. Well, it's not one card anymore, but it's one card. You pitch this and you link into quick hockey firebacks. For the rest of the tuners, you play Mecha Phantom Orion. He's kind of needed for the combo. If you play two in case you open him, because how often are you gonna open him in this 58 card deck? For the Eldlich, I played two Golden Lords. The reason why I'm only playing two is because I only have two, and he's not really the main guy of the deck, but he is at the same time. Like, he's not the guy you try to protect the castle. He's just his deck is in here just to pretty much be in here. He's good to control the field when you are done with your entire combos of all your other cores in this deck. But if I had three, I would probably play three, but I just don't have three. For the invoke, I am playing 3 Alistair. I'm playing primarily 2 normal summoners, 2 starters in this deck. One of the starters is Alistair. He's searchable with Magical Meltdown. And then the other starter I'm playing is Mathematician. Now, the reason I'm playing Mathematician is because he can either normal summon and send Jet Synchron, or he can normal summon and send off shaddoll cards and get that little engine started. So he's a free shaddoll beast or a free shaddoll dragon. I am playing Windy, which lets me get the free monster in the field. So those are the 2 main starters of the deck. Everything else is just kind of, I guess, as the people call it, gas. For hand traps, I'm playing 2 Vader, and 3 Ash, and 3 Thanos. I was playing 2 Ash in the beginning, but I could rarely see it. This card may make it cut down to 2 in the future, depending. But I'm not main decking Rocky Boy for the sole purpose that the best deck out there can kind of play past Rocky Boy, which would be Eldlich Synchro. In my eyes, Eldlich Synchro is the best deck. Emancipator is good, but Emancipators, they can still play on Rocky Boy to a certain extent depending on the hand. But yeah, anyway, to the shaddoll portion, 2 Windy, 2 Dragon, and 3 Beast. I like my draws. Just being able to normal summon Mathematician, have a free draw 2 or a free dark for shaddoll fusion if you have it. To go into Winda is actually really nice to do, and it's a free bait. So if I bait out something with Mathematician and I start backup, which most of the time I do in this deck, and it's just amazing in my eyes. For the traps, I'm playing 1 Guardian. I'll tell you why in a second. 2 Hakiolo, and 3 Conquistador, and 3 Eldlich. of Sanguine. So I probably want to play more reactive cards that can primarily hit more decks, I guess you could say, than just certain decks. So I rely more on Conquistador than I do Hakero. And Guardian, I primarily use this as a name. So in case I use like Golden Castle, I can send this and not have to worry about... I essentially don't have to worry about using up these guys or these guys to banish and search. But this guy actually comes up a couple times. Again, it is in a losing situation. But I can... I've actually outed access code with this guy before. So, yeah, the plays come up to warrant it keeping in the deck. But my main goal is to always use Conquistador. Hakelo comes up a couple times, but it's not enough to warrant playing 3. Like, it just isn't. For the spells, I am playing for the 1-ofs. 1 Pot of Avarice. 1 DDR. It's come up quite a bit. 1 Eldlich of the Right Destiny. And 1 Terraforming. DDR comes up quite a bit in case I have to banish my Gold Boy. It also lets me bring back Construct or bring back a bunch of stuff that's in the graveyard that I can banish off for other effects. Double Invocation. It's searchable, so I play 3 and it's recyclable. I still need another secret. 3 Meltdowns. I guess you could say this is also another starter, but I just see it as another bait versus anything else. 3 Curse Eldland, again, another starter, as you could say. 3 Shaddoll Fusion. This deck kind of likes to go blind second, but it can go first, depending on your scenario. But the deck likes to go second most of the time, like blind second. But depending on how you play the deck, you can also go first as well. I can go first or second. 3 Tuning, kind of like mandatory. You must play this card. If this card is like your win con, I guess you could say. Because once you're done with everything else, then you activate this to search for your quick draw. And then you can link off and do the entire synchro combo. And then, I'm going to get out of hate for this, but I am playing 3 Darkwood Dealings. Now the reason being is because this is not cost. So I get my shaddoll effect so I can draw 2 essentially. But it also lets me draw and pitch what I don't need into the graveyard. Like I can also pitch off these guys and get their effects. I can pitch off in the graveyard what I can use for later on. I primarily pitch off Eldlich cards with Darkwood Dealings, and it's just an easier way for me to dig in. And this is probably the best decision I made in the deck. And I honestly feel like this card would be used more in Eldlich, pure Eldlich, more than just my build. But who knows? I may be saying shit, but I feel like people should actually give this card a shot. So that's it for the main deck. It is 58 cards. I know it's quite a bit, but for the extra deck, tokens, you need the tokens for the extra deck. Okay, so I'm playing 1 Homage. May cut this in the future for something else, but right now this is the way I go into Poker Trio. 1 Link Cross, because this is the entire synchro combo engine, minus Homage. 2 Needle Fiber, 1 Barricade Borg, 1 Aurodon, 1 Formula, 1 Herald, and 1 Borno Savage. That's it for this is the standard combo, but it's just an easy combo to emulate into any deck, so why not play it? 1 Poker Trio and 2 Mechaba. If I had the other ones, I would use them. Like I would use the I would use wind and the dark if I like this would be Regine if I had the space to do it. If I had Regine in the beginning, but these kind of get you through to the end one regardless. And then for shaddolls I'm playing 1 windy and 2 construct. Window is kind of primarily used for turn 1, and construct is this. Like I said, this thing lets you go blind in second, and construct is just there to get rid of the problematic monster because of her effect. So yeah, like I said, this deck it's a heavy work in progress. I want to say this right now. It is a very heavy work in progress, and I'm proud of this deck. I have yet to find out, and I have yet to see anybody play a deck similar to this, so I'm actually kind of proud of that. So yeah, I may make it 60 cards in the future, but that's a big fat maybe. Now, this is going to be very subject to change, but this is my side deck. This is going to be very, very subject to change. So I am siding 2 Nibiru, maybe 3 in the future, depending. Like I said, this entire deck is all subject to change. So I am siding 2 Nibiru, 2 Ghost Reapers. Again, this card may hit 3 as well, but I feel like with Needle Fiber being utilized in every deck, why not utilize the card that can stop your opponent's Needle Fiber before they even summon it out? I am siding in the Side Frame Gear package. Reason why is because they're cheap now. And this card has come up many times in testing, so I figured might as well utilize it. The card I may take out and put in the other cherry, the third cherries and the third cherries and third Rock Boy is the Mystic Mine. Card hasn't come up enough to primarily warrant keeping it. So yeah. And then for the rest, 3 Twin Twister. I like this over Cosmic Cyclone. Granted, they can respond. Granted, it destroys, and the Eldlich kind of pluses off that. But if I'm in a scenario where I don't really care, because most of them respond in the end phase regardless, so why bother? And the final card, which I may also take out because it's a good card, but it was a better card in my old version of this deck when it was just synchro and Eldlich. So until I can find a reason why this is warranted, 2 Sales Pitch. I like this card, I really do. It has utility. It has a purpose. And pretty much what I do is I switch this, I switch it off Fusion or an invocation or anything I need for my next turn, in case they search as well. So that means I can search for the next play. I can search the card and they search, so I can add anything I need to for next turn. But again, these may be taken up for something else. I'm thinking torrential again, but I don't know. So again, the extra deck is kind of a work in progress as well. I really like these. I really like the Twin Twister as well, but everything else is kind of like meh, kind of iffy. So I guess that's my deck, guys. So you like it, you hate it, I don't really give a damn. I'm just happy to finally make a deck that I actually enjoy, because last deck was Heroes and my friend took all his hero cards back. So I've been trying to find something else to play that I actually enjoy. And I feel like this is it. It just needs a few more tweaks, but this is version 1.0 and I'm happy for it. Take it easy, guys.